yoga. So your hands can be in your lap with your palms facing up. Or if that doesn't feel quite comfortable, take it where you need. And close your eyes. And visualize the breath as it moves from the base of your spine, so right where you're sitting. And it moves upward on your spine, spiraling in an upward connection, all the way to the top of the head, and out through the bright, white surrounding lights, enveloping you with love and peace and happiness and goodness. So each and every breath, imagine it touching on the spine, just maybe tapping on the chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, or blue, violet, white. Each color represents different chakra. Each chakra has a sound, an element, a meaning. So right now we're rooting our root chakra, first chakra, Muladhara, the color of red. So find some grounding in your sitting bones, find some grounding in your stillness. I mean, if you're like me, I spent most of my teen years, must have had a very deficient root chakra. I was not very grounded. I believe that's changed. So find efficiency in your grounding. Take your hands to your heart center now. Touch the thumbs to your heart. Allow your chin to melt gently towards your collarbones. Create space in the back of the neck. Drop the shoulders down as you bring the chin down, so there's still space and no tension. And then just move your hands to the space between the two brows, your third eye. Just gently touching on that space might give you a visual color of violet. This is your space connected with your vision, your intuition, women, if you're out there. And then move the hands to the top of your head. Chakra of enlightenment. And then lift your head up again as you stretch the arms up overhead. Open up your arms to a T. Palms face up. Then rotate the arms down. Reach them behind you and interlace your fingers, knuckles to the earth. Lift your chest up. Open up your chest, your shoulders, your collarbones. Take a breath here. Just keep leveling off your chin parallel to the floor so they're not cranking into your neck here. You can turn your eye gaze up to give you more of that lift. And then inhale, release the arms, take them all the way back up overhead. Touch, and then turn the palms down, take them out to the side again. Flip the palms up. This time, take your arms right over left and hug yourself. And as you hug yourself here, see if you can touch your fingers towards each other. Feel the nice opening of the shoulder blades. And then rock a little side to side. Maybe make some figure eight movements. I don't know, quite figure eighting here. And just, make some gentle, subtle movements in the spine. Come on back to center. Open up your arms again, like a T, thumbs up. Keep your hips grounded. Turn your torso to the right. Wherever it goes, doesn't have to be full, so the arms may not line up with each other. Then release the right arm down and lift the left arm up. And just lean back as you push your hips forward. Gaze over your right shoulder and breathe. Inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, release the arms. Cross left over right, once or twice, no, not once or twice, we're hugging. And if that's the one you just did, switch the cross of your arms, you'll probably notice a difference in the feeling. And then again, move your spine in some circle directions, some figure eights. Before making your way back up to sitting on your heels. Sitting up nice and tall, open the arms. Palms open, thumbs up. Turn your torso to the left side. Just find length front and back. And then take the left arm down, right arm up. Allowing the hips to push forward, allowing the shoulders to turn forward. Breathe in and out. Reach the arms up. Fold forward. Keep your hips on the block for now. Reach your arms forward, push your hips back. Squeeze the block in between your thighs or your feet. And then go ahead and lift yourself up onto your hands and knees. Move your block off to the side. And let's do some cat-cow motions. Tuck your toes, arch your back, and round and curl your spine, chin to chest. Spread your shoulders apart. And do a couple rounds of that. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round and curl. So keep moving in your own breath, space and time. And then take this into some moving circles, dancing lions. You can extend your arms out in front of you. You can push your hips all the way back. Drop forward as much as you'd like. Sit back as much as you'd like. And then reverse whatever direction you're in. And then let's just make our way to a child's pose for a moment so you know you can always come here. Release yourself onto your mat. Spread your fingers, reach forward and reach back at the same time. Good. Inhale, come up to your hands and knees. Move your arms out a little bit in front of you. Drop your chin, chest to the floor. Puppy dog pose. If it's too much on your chin, you can put your forehead down or keep your head in line with your spine without creating much tension in the neck. Take your right arm under your left arm. Turn the palm open and bring the back of your head towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath and come back up to the center. Take both arms to your left side. Push your hips to your heels, child's pose with a slight twist to the left. Breathing into the right side of your body, opening up some space. One more breath. Empty the breath and walk your hands back to center. Lift your hips up off your heels and drop chin and chest for your puppy dog. So don't let any tension creep into this. Just the good tensions, right? Not anything stressful. Take your left arm underneath your right arm. Bring the back of your head towards the floor. Right arm out in front of you. Just find two spaces that you're reaching towards, right? Front and side. Another big breath. All right, good. Now take your arms over to the right side as you lift yourself back up. Arms to the right, hips to the heels, child's pose with a stretch on the left side of your body. Feels pretty good. You're not be in a sleeping position all night. Well, some of us sleep, some of you sleep. And then come on back to center. Walk your arms out in front of you. This time stay in your child's pose. And then inhale back to your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes underneath you, hips are squared. Press your left foot down and lift your right leg up, point your toes, lift it a little higher. Round and curl your spine, knee to chest, and step your right foot in between your 2 feet. And just again, you know, I'm always advocating the blocks these days. You can, you don't have to, and if you don't have them, just get them. I'll buy them for you. Shoulders back. And just let it go. Take both hands on the inside of your right leg. Turn your left foot to the right side. Take your left arm up. Right arm can be on the floor or block. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. So your right toes are pointing forward. Think of like a warrior 2 position with your right leg. Push down through your big toe to rise up. So a warrior 2 with our left knee behind us and bent. Good, now bring your left hand to the floor behind you Straighten up your right leg. Lift up and over. Rise back up onto your shin, leg is straight. Reach out, right arm down, left arm up. Not on your knee, so maybe you have a block, even underneath your thigh, or underneath your hand at your knee. So think triangle pose. You can lift your toes up or down. Come back up to standing on your knee or your shin. Rebend your right leg. Let it go. Hands on the inside, left foot forward. Straighten your front leg and just release a little bit of the hamstring for now. Stay upright with your hip over your knee, or maybe a little further behind it. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And exhale, fold. Release your right toes. Rebend your right knee, settle in a little bit lower. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Walk it out, right side, left side. Come high up on your tippy toes. Engage your quadricep muscles. Lower your heels, bring your chest towards your thighs. Engage your arm muscles. Spiral your shoulders out and open. Relax the neck, shake it out, yes and no. And breathe, downward facing dog. Feel free to keep walking your dog. Inhale on your tippy toes, come forward to high plank. Look forward, shift forward, and without bending your arms, just lower into your upward dog variation. Come back to plank. Lower your right knee to the floor. Lift your left leg off the floor, point the toe and lift it a little higher. Round and curl, and step the left foot all the way through. Adjust your back leg as much as you need. Hands on the floor of the block or even your thighs. Pull your shoulders back and down. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and just drop through the weight in the right leg. Breathe in, breathe out. And put a little smile on your face because I can see almost everybody's face today. Inhale. And exhale. Good, take the hands on the inside. Turn your right toes to the left. You know that left leg wants to go with it, but draw it back in. And then bring your left hand on the floor of the block underneath your left arm. Or the block underneath your left arm. Reach up with your right arm, hug your hip in. So it's kind of like a side angle pose. Lifting up your waistline, hug everything towards midline. Look down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2 on your knee. Pull back with your right arm, forward with your left. Keep thinking about this left leg as you draw the heel in a little bit closer towards your right knee. Breathe in. Breathe out one more. Inhale, reach back, right arm down. Left arm up and maybe over, and then straighten your left leg. Toes can be up or down. Your choice. Lift out of your waistline. So meaning dump into the right side. Inhale, slowly rise up. You're still facing the right side of your mat. Lean forward, left hand on the inside or maybe on a block as the right arm comes up. Twist to the right side. Lift the bottom side of your belly up so the left side is lengthening as much as the right. One more breath. Good, exhale. Turn forward, rebend your left knee. Take it all the way forward and then straighten your front leg. Toes up or down, your choice. Inhale. And exhale, fold. One more breath here, everybody. Rebend your front knee, look forward. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift the knee up. Step back, downward facing dog. Hips up. Rise on your toes. And then lower your heels your way as much as you can or need. Don't ever force it. It's not that important. Rise up onto your tippy toes. Engage your quadriceps. Shift forward to a high plank, shoulders over wrists, look forward. Shift a little forward, drop your hips, lift your heart. Nice, come back to plank, downward dog. Rise high on your tippy toes and bend your knees, look forward. Step little steps till you're in front of the mat, till you're at the front of your mat. Stay on your toes for a moment. Fold your body in half. Then lower your heels and ground your feet, chin to chest, round and curl your spine. Press down firmly through the feet to roll up slowly. As you come up, roll the shoulders back and around. Reach your arms down by your side, stand up nice and tall. Find the length in the body, the strength through the legs, the power of the leg. Open your eyes and stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Touch your palms to prayer. Bring prayer down the center to the floor. Hands on either side. Inhale with a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step, step, high plank. Look forward, shift forward. Come halfway down or to your knees. Roll over your toes or on your belly. Downward dog, and you know you can always take push-ups. Jump back, jump forward, whatever floats your boat today. And breathe in downward facing dog. Find the energy, the length, the strength. Inhale on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, empty the breath, let it go. Let it go. Inhale, rise to stand, arms come up overhead, palms touch together at your heart center. Release the arms. Inhale the arms overhead. Take it through your heart center, take it down to the floor. Release hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high to low plank. Upward dog. So remember, you can take more push-ups, you can skip the push-up, and go to downward dog. And breathe. So we stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. You know, it kind of depends on the rhythm of your breath. When you empty the next breath, come high on your toes, bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms with you, take prayer to your heart center, empty the breath. Let's do one more of those. Surya Namaskar A, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step. Take it through your vinyasa, skip it, add it. Let's all meet in downward dog. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Pressing towards the heels, out of your shoulders. Good. Inhale on your toes. Lift your right leg in the air. Open your right hip, bend the knee, drop your left heel to the floor. And now drop your right shoulder square to the floor. Roll your ankle around. And then take your knee, turn your torso forward to the right shoulder, elbow, tricep. Look forward, bring the knee to the center, step the right foot between your two hands. Turn your left foot on its side, heel to heel, heel to instep. Draw your hips in towards the midline. So same thing we did on the floor, that hip wanted to swing out. Place your right hand on the inside of your foot, maybe on a block, maybe on the floor. Left hand to your hip, hug your tricep and your knee together. Turn to your left side, and then take your left arm up over your shoulder. Press your big toe, little toe, ball of the foot to the floor. Try to stay in your legs. Try to lift your right side of your torso up and out. Look down at your right toes. Take an inhaling breath to rise up, warrior two. Back out of your leg for a moment, adjust your shoulders, adjust your back foot as much as you need, and then rebend, warrior two. Pull back with your left arm, forward with your right arm. So your back toes are very, very strong. Inhale, and exhale. Sit down a little deeper. Inhale, left arm comes down, right arm comes up. Straighten your right leg. Toes can stay down, or if you like them, take them up, that's fine. Think about your left side of your torso lifting up and in. Inhale, rise up, toes down. Adjust your back foot if needed. Move your hips to the left for triangle. Right arm reaches out, out, out. Right hand inside, outside foot shin or on a block. Sometimes it's nice to use a block and you can take it behind you to find a little bit more lift in the torso. So it's just it's the same pose, but it gives us a little bit more of that lift, and then maybe our body will remember that we need to have that action in our torso. Breathe in, breathe out. Triangle pose. Shoulders stacking, one more breath. Inhale. Good, look down, exhale. Spin yourself back around to the front. Let's go ahead and shorten the stance a little bit as we fold over the right leg. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, hang your head down. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Good. Breathe. One more breath. Look forward, bend your right knee, and go ahead back to your low lunge. And then choose your way to downward dog. Step back to plank or dog. Take some push-ups. Don't take any push-ups. You won't insult me if you don't take them, right? Hips up in the air. Bring your feet together. Rise on your toes. Lift your left leg in the air. Open your left hip, bend the knee, and drop the right heel towards the floor. Keep your knee bent. Turn your torso forward, bring your left knee to your left tricep as high as you can. And then bring it to the center, look forward. Step your left leg through, turn your right foot on its side. Maybe you're using a block, left hand moves on the inside. Hip moves into the center, right arm comes up. Side angle variation. Hug your knee and tricep towards each other. And lift the left side of your torso up and in. Breathe. One more breath. Empty the breath, look down. Rise up. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Make any adjustments you need to here. Rebend your left knee. Pull back with your right arm, forward with your left arm. Left thigh parallel to the floor. Back foot firmly grounded, big toe, little toe. Everything nice and strong. Sink a little bit lower, take a breath. Exhale the right hand down, left arm up and stretch back. Lift the right side of your torso up. And then straighten your front leg. Maybe the toes come up with you. It's your choice. Inhale, lower the left leg. Rise up to standing. Adjust if you'd like to. Shorten your stance. Move yourself into your triangle pose. Reach as far out as you can. Right arm up, left arm down. Square your shoulders, torso, and lift the knees up. Keep lifting up and in and rotating around. One more breath. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down, either side of your left leg. Step a little bit closer. Straighten your legs. Your back toes are turned slightly outward. And fold over, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take another breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, rebend your left knee and find a low lunge. Hands to the floor of blocks. Step back to plank. Take it through a vinyasa or not, or more. And we'll meet in downward dog, hips up. Good. Bring your feet closer together. Inhale the right leg high in the sky. Bend your right knee, drop the heel towards the buttocks, square your shoulders. Take your right knee to the right tricep. Come forward plank. Right knee to center. Step it all the way through. Turn your left foot on its side. Windmill open, warrior two. Bye, Lauren. Thank you for showing up. You do the job. Halfway is better than none. Inhale, straighten your leg. Rebend, warrior two. So think about, make sure you press the back foot down firmly, the big toe and the little toe, and you'll get that rotation, the opening in the hip a little bit more. Inhale, reverse it. Straighten the front leg, toes up or down. And let's go back to our triangle pose, reaching out, finding as much space as you can in triangle. Left arm over right, hips are open and square. To the left side, breathe. Inhale, left hand to your hip. Bend your right knee, reach your right arm forward, and step up onto your right leg, half moon balance. First, get your grounding. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, heel. Then lift your knee up to protect and strengthen. And then draw your right hip up and under. Your legs should be in line with your hip, right, left arm up. Stack your shoulders. Some of you will change your eye gaze upward. Very nice, beautiful. Yep, you can take prayer to your heart, you can balance it, you can bend it. Take another breath. Good. Exhale, lower your left hand, square your hips. Take it back to a pyramid pose, folding over your right leg. Inhale to your fingertips. Bring your hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Nice. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Make sure your feet are wide enough apart for balance, right? You're not on a tightrope. Open your arms to a T. Inhale. Good. Rotate to the right side with your torso. Don't let the hips follow. And then reach out with your left arm. And take your twist. Inside, outside, foot, shin, or block. Right arm over left. Hug the hips, chin to shoulder. Eye gaze up or down. Breathe in out. One more breath, find more length. Empty the breath and fold over your right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Now just step your feet together at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend your knees and sit back with your weight behind your knees into your heels. Inhale the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Left elbow outside right thigh. Lift your heart up and twist. Drop your seat lower so your hips stay level. Anything you want with your arms, if you exalt, that's fine. Just make sure you don't shift your weight and pull that left hip forward, that left knee forward. Drop down. Inhale. One more breath, sit a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Send your weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Open your left leg to the left side, You're back in your half moon balance. Bend your right knee. Revisit landing your foot for warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn to the long side of your mat to the left. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down. Lift your heart up, 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 and forward fold over. Soften the knees, let the head come down, arms up. Shake your head, yes and no. Release your hands underneath your shoulders. Look forward. Walk your hands forward. You can place them on a block or just take them on your floor or wherever you are. And if you don't have a lot of space, go as wide as you can. Chest between your thigh, your arms towards your thighs, biceps by your ears. There's a little subtle bend in the knees to protect the knee, the hamstring. Don't overextend ever. No reason. And breathe down the sides of your body. Inhale, lift up halfway with your torso. Walk your hands back in, turn yourself forward. Take it back to a three-legged downward dog. Right leg in the air, open your hip. Back to where we started. And then keep your knee bent as you turn yourself forward. Round and curl your spine. Stay in a downward dog. And then place your foot on the floor, lengthen your spine, down dog, full down dog. Come forward to a plank, lower your hips only, keep your arms straight, but lift your thighs off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet are back together at the back of your mat. Rise up onto your toes, lift your left leg in the air, open and bend that left knee. Lower the right heel, bring the knee to the chest, turn it forward, and then take it to your left tricep. Take it through the center. I extend to you, perfect timing. Step your left foot all the way through. Turn your right foot on its side. Warrior two, open up your arms to the right side. Straighten your front leg. And rebend, warrior two. Thighs are open. And breathe. Coming right into your warriors. Release the right arm down, left arm up. Lift out of your waistline. Straighten your front leg. The toes can be up or down for this. And then lower the toes as you find your triangle. Reach out, reach out, reach out. Left arm down, right arm up. Stacking shoulders. So adjust your back foot before you come into the pose. If you need to shorten your stance, you just kind of heel toe it in. Triangle pose. So just, start to listen to your body, where you can create space. Lift up from the bottom side of your body, one more breath. Right arm down to your hip, look down at your toes. Bend your left knee enough to slide your right foot off the floor, half moon balance. Stacking shoulders, stacking hips. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, the arm can come up. Maybe the eye gaze goes up. Half moon pose, you can always go to your left knee if you need to. Breathe in, breathe out. Big toe presses down, firmly extending the leg out of the hip. One more breath here as you empty the breath, right hand down. Square your hips and step your right foot about 2 to 3 feet back behind you. Opening up so your hips width. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And exhale, fold over. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands to your hips, rise up to standing. Good. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, open your arms out, shoulder height, thumbs up. Lengthen out of both sides. Rotate to your left side. Reach forward. And then take your hand inside or outside of the foot, shin, or on a block. So work at squaring your hips. Work at hugging your hips together. And then lengthening out of your spine, rotating to the left. Crown of the head and the tailbone should be kind of in the same line, right? So it's a nice long spine. Exhale, fold over your leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your back foot to the front of the mat. Bend your knees. Weight in your heels, release your arms. and then come into chair pose, arms all the way up. Exhale, prayer to heart. Right arm outside left thigh, and then take a look down at your knees. Make sure the right knee doesn't sneak forward, but you sit down and level out your hips by perhaps drawing the hips towards the left a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out. Look for space between your waistline or your ribs and your thigh. Good. Create some more space and stay grounded. All at the same time. One more breath. Good. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep your left foot planted. Lift your right leg off the floor. And then spin it open back to your half moon on this side. Same side. Right arm is up. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, hand down. Bend your left knee. Step back into your low lunge. And then let's turn to the right side of the mat. Legs are parallel to each other, or feet are parallel to each other. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And exhale, fold. This time let's just grab a hold of the outer foot and pull your head towards the floor. If it's very easy for you to get your head on the floor, shorten your stance. And if you feel just like you totally got to go upside down, take your feet up over your head for headstand. Take another breath as you lengthen your spine, look forward. Release your hands and walk your hands underneath you, turning your fingers back and pull yourself towards your thighs. Inhale the hands underneath the shoulders, lengthen your spine. Walk to the front of your mat. Three-legged dog, left leg in the air. Open your head. Turn your hips squared in a down dog, knee to chest. Round and curl. And then lower your foot, down dog. Inhale to high plank. Come through, upward dog with your arms straight. All right, listen carefully. So we're in an up dog, arms straight. Now bend your arms, chaturanga. Push your plank. Downward dog. Good morning, sneak attack. And it's not even April Fools. Inhale high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring the arms with you overhead. Exhale, take prayer to your heart center. Release your hands down by your side. Send your weight to your left leg, lift your right heel up. So when you do this, sometimes right away we kind of just, slumpasana. We go into this pelvicsasana. So think about just lifting your heel up without this hip moving, right? And then place your hands on your hips to find some levelness. Stay strong and firm in your left leg, and it's probably going to wobble a little bit. It's probably going to come in and out of that firmness, but just keep reminding yourself, stay grounded, left leg. Right leg lifts up. Extend your right leg out. Reach your arms up. Good, now with straight leg and arms, hinge forward, warrior 3 or airplane. Inhale, come up, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, hinge forward. It's like a little pendulum swing. Let's do that one more time. Arms up. Exhale, fold, reach. Whoops. Come back. Float your chest a little lower. Hug your left hip in. Plant your hands to the floor. Take it to your variation of a standing split. Right here, right now. Folding your chest over your thighs. Maybe you hold on with one or two hands to your left leg. Lifting your leg in the air as high as it wants to go, without any judgment of where it is. Think about the standing leg, the left leg. Nice and strong. One more breath. Now bring your right knee behind your left ankle and have a seat on the floor into a seated twist. If you're sitting down on your right heel, move it out to the side. Plant your left foot on the floor. If that doesn't happen so easily, move it forward so it can be there. Hug yourself around your shin, and of course, if this doesn't work, bottom leg can go straight. Inhale, stretch the left arm up and open. Touch it behind the floor like we did way back when. Arm comes up, right arm up. Twist to your left side again and take it outside the thigh. Some of you bind, half and full. Look over your left shoulder. So create spine, lengthen your spine, and then rotate against it. One more breath, inhale. Look over your right shoulder. Nice and exhale, let's rotate on the outside of our right hip. Come back to center. Hold on to your left foot with your hands. Bend the knee in and extend it. Take your right hand on the outside of the foot. Extend the left arm back behind you. Flex the foot. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Stay up as tall as you can on your sitting bones. One more breath. Bend the knee, cross the arms. Place the foot in the center of your mat. Fold over it, kind of like a nice little swan dive over it. Palms up. Relax your neck, shoulders. Inhale, plant your palms, lift your chest. Walk onto your right shin. Lift your right leg back up in the air. Last time, I promise, on this side, half moon. Any variations you'd like to take. Bend your knee, Shavasana, hands to heart, both. Or just stay in the pose because it's enough. Finding that left hip pulling in, finding your biggest length here now. Right hand down, turn your hips squared, feet together, front of the mat. Bend your knees and just come into a low squat. Bring your chin to your chest and round your spine. Lower your heels, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your head hang. Chin to your chest, roll up slowly. Shoulders roll back and around. Bring the arms overhead and bring the hands down by your side. Find grounding in your feet, even footing. Shift your weight to your right leg and lift your left heel. Just start with that. Notice how you have to accommodate that, right? See if you can stay as if you had 2 feet on the floor still. Put your hands on your hips. Level it out. Now lift your left knee up in line with your hip if you can. Extend it. Arms up. Sweep it back, hinge forward. Dip your heart, dip your belly, lift your heart. Inhale, come up, straight arms, straight legs. Like a little pendulum swinging. Exhale, hinge forward. Ooh. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward. Dip your belly. Now dip a little bit lower. And maybe some of you don't even want to touch the floor and fold. Right? There's another option for you. But see if you can get into your deepest fold. Or, of course, hands to the floor is an option. Standing split. And then bring your left knee behind your right ankle. Have a seat on the floor. Move the heel away from the buttocks. Hold on to your shins. Lift up nice and tall. And if you have to straighten the bottom leg to get this going, that's okay. Inhale, take the right arm in the air. Open it to the right. Fingers behind you, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left arm comes up. Hug, twist, or bind outside your right thigh. It is all up to you. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Twist a little bit to the left side. Not sure if the music's going to come back and join us or not. Come back to the center. Take your hands, walk your foot in the middle. Take your hands and interlace them underneath your foot. Bring the right knee up and extend it. And then take your left hand to the outside of the right foot. Extend the arm behind you, flex your foot. Breathe. Good, come back around. Bend the knee. Place the foot on the floor in the center of your mat. Bring yourselves up to your left shin. Lift your left leg in the air back to your standing split for the breath. And then open up into your half moon balance for the remainder. Lift out of your waistline. Push down through your right foot. Engage your quadriceps and pull your hip inward as you spiral your upper body outward. One more big, beautiful, heaping breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bend your knee, step all the way back, three-legged dog, open your right hip. Let's see if we can find some music for you guys. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Don't know why, it says it's playing. Let's see if this works. Okay. Take your foot to the floor, take your vinyasa your way. You can skip, you can stay in your dog, or you can just shift forward, take a little break, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. From dog, bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the front of your mat, sitting on your hips. So however you get there, have a seat down. And then take your legs and shake them out in front of you. Lift up the flesh. Sit up nice and tall. So shoulders stack over hips. Here your grounding is back on your sitting bones. Take your right leg and bring the heel in line with the sitting bone. And then open, actually, let's just open it to a tree pose. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, right? Turn your torso towards your left leg. Hinge forward over your leg with the spine long. So if you notice that you start to pull in and slump here, back off. Just work on the length. Work on the length. Creep your fingers out until you can find your maximal length right now with a long spine. And then maybe some of you will grab a hold of your foot. If you're super flexy, a block underneath, right? I don't consider myself super flexy, by the way, but I can take the block. Inhale and exhale. So keep looking for the length in the spine, the grounding of the hips. Inhale with a halfway lift. Release your hands, sit up nice and tall. Bring your right foot in and cross it over so the knee is on top of the other knee. And then let go of the left foot, just let it be. Take a breath, arms up, and then fold and just stop where you first feel that left hamstring say hi, and breathe there. And then again, relax the left foot so you can just fold over your right leg. Or your two legs, actually. This one is an unformed shape. Doesn't have to be a long spine. Come back to center, walking your hands in and up. Release your right leg. Adjust your hips. Sit up nice and tall. So the first one's active. Bend your left knee. Place it inside the foot of the thigh and open the knee out to the side. Your right leg is in front or maybe even a little bit out to the side or a lot out to the side. Sit up tall as you start to walk forward. Find your first point of resistance. Find the length. Keep the length. Inhale. And exhale. Keep walking with a long spine. And you're going to find your maximum stretch here. It's going to be different for every one of us. And it really doesn't matter where it is. Inhale, lift up, walk your hands back in, sit up tall, bend your left knee in, shake it out if you need to, bring the knee on top of the other knee. Now let the right leg just go loose. Sitting up tall to start, and then fold over. Remember, this is the formless one. The leg is relaxed. Your body can fold forward in a rounded spine, a lengthened spine, just something that's not forced. Just gravity is pulling you down to your leg, and you're going. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Release your legs. Shake them out. Sit forward enough that when you come down, your head will be on your mat. Lift up nice and tall again. Walk your arms out, shoulder height, palms face each other. Pull your belly to your spine, chin to chest, round and curl. Stay grounded in your legs and articulate your spine down one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the floor, draw your knees up to your chest. Take an easy spinal twist. Hips right, knees fall left. Inhale to the center, switch sides, move your hips left. Let your knees fall to the right. Ah. And say ah, because it always makes you feel better. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees all the way up to your chest, round and curl. Stay holding onto your shins or your calves as you lower your feet to the floor, and your back will arch a little bit. So for some of you, you're going to have to let go of your feet and just reach maybe towards the feet. You can use a block if you'd like. Now tilt your pelvis so your pubic bone is up, your back is imprinted. Press your feet firmly into the earth. Start with just lifting the tush up, just a little bit of lift. Press your shoulders down. Don't turn your eye gaze or your head. Turn your eye gaze, not your head. And then begin to peel your spine off the floor. When you get up to your height, roll your shoulders underneath you. Come into your bridge pose. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot onto the floor. Come up onto your toes. Lift a little higher. Keep the height of your hips. Lower your heels. Release your arms. Articulate your spine down. Let your knees come in towards each other. Second and final bridge or wheel. Start with your hands reaching towards your heels. Tilt your pelvis just like we did before. Imprint your spine. Start with the lowest part. Your tush comes up first, then your tailbone, and then everything articulates up to your shoulders. Choose to be where you were before. Take a block underneath you, or take your hands to your shoulders. Come lightly to the top of your head, lift up into your wheel. And if you're here and you want to lift up onto your toes here, get a little bit more length through the front of your hip, through your legs. You choose where it is that you need to be today. So you can stay on your toes, either in bridge or wheel, or you can keep your feet firmly planted, or maybe you're on a block. Wherever you are, begin to make your way back down. Take your knees back to your chest. We have a big, big hug. Cross the right leg over the left, grab the ankles, shins, or toes. Lengthen your tailbone back to the floor, open your arms, and take another twist. This one will be a little deeper, so if you need to back off the bind a little bit, or double the bind if you want more. Bring your knees higher if you want more. Uncross the legs. Come back to center. Hug your knees in. Left leg over right once or twice. Grab the ankles. Open the arms to a T. Hips move left, knees fall right. Uncross your legs, come back to center, hug your knees in one more time. Take the next 30 seconds, 1 minute to find your place. If you want to do something else, this is a good time. And if you want to find your way into your final Shavasana, this is also a great time. So some of you might want to take a headstand, a handstand, pigeon if you haven't felt that that's been fulfilled. And when you're ready to come into your final pose, oh, I love you, Don, but you know we have to say goodbye right now. Come all the way to your back. Let your body completely surrender to the earth, into your mat. Let all your thoughts be still. Let go. Let it go. So for those of you at home that like to stay a little bit longer, please take the opportunity to stay on your mat and
For those of you at home, stay fit, stay healthy.